Hello, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, last week we talked about stress, life balance, just kind of things that are generally tough, anxious, things like that. Is that where you're wanting to begin today?
We can start off there. Kind of overall, like I talked last week about like issues with my roommate. As you know, I live with my boyfriend and my roommate and a roommate. Not just like my roommate. And like kind of similar, like just him not doing anything around the house and it kind of falling on me and some degree my boyfriend. Excuse me.
Yep.
But some degree my boyfriend, but mainly me, and just it hasn't really changed. Like I feel like I am like full-time student.
Right.
I work full-time and then I come home and I have to, clean up a house that I wasn't the only one who made it a mess. And so it definitely is, it's stressful and adds an additional, like, another thing on my plate that it just makes it feel like it's too much sometimes. Like, and usually, like, if anything's going to, quote unquote, like, push me over the edge, like anxiety or stress wise, it's gonna be the messy house because I can't relax. I can't let myself relax if the space around me is not like clean or relaxing, I guess. And so so I feel like I have to then clean up the house before I can even relax. And then by the time I do that, it's like I'm going to bed because I'm tired.
Right. That definitely sounds frustrating, like being the person who has to clean everything up, especially when it has to be clean for you to be able to relax, which is completely understandable. How long has this kind of been going on?
So I live with my boyfriend for from July to October of last year. It was just us, and we were living with his mom, which had its own set of wonderful issues. That's a different day topic.
Right. Of course.
And so we live with her, and then it's been about a year of living where we live now. It was a year as of October. We'd been in the house with this roommate. The first few months were fine. Like it felt like it was definitely, everyone was on their best behavior because we hadn't lived together and we weren't all comfortable. Sure. So like, yeah. So everything was still very comfortable and everything like that. So everyone was on their best behavior. And then my roommate's girlfriend and him broke up. And as sad as that, like, he was very upset about it. And like, I totally sympathize with that. They'd been together for a long time. But then after that, it was like he didn't care to do anything around the house or in the space that we were all in. And so then it was like, and for a long time it was just me and my boyfriend doing it both and like really putting the effort in, and it was like didn't seem as bad, but then it like kind of slowly it seemed like it just ended up all on me. And it might just be because I'm the only one who gives a shit, like sorry for the language, but that's like okay. It could be because I'm the only one who cares, but it also might be like a little bit, I sometimes wonder if it's not like a little bit of a gender thing because they're not they don't think about it the same way, and we definitely think very different ways. And so back to the original thing you asked after I went all the way around. It's been like, I want to say like after like January or February of this year. So it's been months now. And it's just kind of gotten worse. And like little things. And so now it's just like kind of becoming too much. And especially like it's come to a peak at the same time school's come to a peak, and then I got a promotion at work, so I'm working more hours, and it came to a peak. So like all at once these things just kind of like aligned in a beautiful car crash.
Yeah, definitely sounds overwhelming. Like,
yes,
you're spending more time in school, you're not spending more time at work, and now you have to spend more time doing things around your apartment when there are two other people living there who could help. Have you set rules, or I don't know, chore wheel?
So that's where it's kind of difficult a little bit, because the house is not in my boyfriend or I's name. Okay. Like we've been friends with him for a while. Our roommate, his name is Kaven. He bought the house and basically said, like, I have an extra room. You guys want to get out of his mom's house? Like, I can pay for it, but I could use, like, if you are there and help paying for half, then that's extra money. I don't have to put it in the house. Yeah, and sure. So it's kind of an awkward situation where, like, I feel a little bit of fear that, like, if I go to bring this up, then it's going to be pushed back as, well, it's my house. When, like, yes, absolutely, it is his house, but we paid to live there. We pay rent, we pay bills, we pay our portion. And if so, we do more because I'm buying the groceries and doing the housework. So it's like I haven't so much put those boundaries or like the doing like a chore chart or anything like that with him. With my boyfriend, it's a lot easier just because we're in the same scenario. Right. There's not necessarily that power difference a little bit. He's not really like and not necessarily that he's done that, but I fear that he will, and I get very anxious about like energy in the household, and so like I worry that if I do bring this up and it throws that off, then it's just going to be like an even more miserable place to live. And at this point in time, I'm not in a place, and neither is my boyfriend, where we can go and afford anywhere on our own.
Right. You talk about the energy. The energy in the house. Is that like good right now? Is it usually okay?
Like usually it's fine. Sometimes like when I'm like annoyed about things, or like somebody will do something that will kind of annoy the other, it just, and like that stuff isn't necessarily like the biggest worry, just because it's normal to me. It's normal roommate stuff. Yeah. Like you're with somebody for that many hours a day, you're probably gonna have a little bit of spats, but it's never been anything huge or major. Like the biggest thing for me is just like the help with the housework, and like I'll clean all day, and not that I want an award, but like, hey, thanks for cleaning up my mess. It would, be nice from somebody, and it would make me feel a little bit better.
Yeah. It's always nice to be thanked for something that you did for someone else when it's not really your obligation to do it. So today we kind of talked about, I'm sorry, that was our timer.
You're good.
Ending our meeting. Today we talked a little bit about your situation with your roommate, just kind of like the stress with the roommate, school, and work all coming together at one time. You're working more hours, you're having to do more school because finals are coming up, of course. And now the situation with the roommate doesn't seem to be getting any better, which definitely sounds frustrating for sure. Yeah. Did you have any questions or anything for me?
No, I think we kind of covered everything that I was really like worried about or wanted to kind of get off my chest, and so there wasn't really anything else that I needed to.
Perfect. And next week, same time?
Absolutely.
Great. Awesome. I'll see you then. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Bye.